Caroline, I suppose just to continue on in that vein, you work in the whole area of sports psychology and getting into the heads of some of these young players. I'd say it's a minefield in itself.
Absolutely. Well, I suppose the reason I'm here tonight is my role with working with teams is performance coaching and sports psychology and getting the best out of our young people in a sporting environment. Christy alluded to it earlier. A lot of young people find it very difficult to speak about issues, speak about stuff that's going on with themselves, and one of the things I wanted to make young people aware of tonight, and it's fantastic to see so many young people here tonight, is the reasons why people turn to, whether it be gambling or whether it be alcohol. In my role, I deal with a lot of young people who, not so much gambling, but is addicted to alcohol. The youngest person I'm dealing with at the minute is 15 years of age. He's a young guy, he's a prominent inter-county hurler, and he's coming up through the ranks, and at the minute he's suffering big time with alcohol problems, because for him it was peer pressure. A lot of his peers aren't into sport, and a lot of them are into going out at weekends at 15 years of age, and they feel he should be with them and that he should be going out and helping them enjoy themselves. His goal in life is to be an inter-county senior hurler, but yet he feels that the pressure that they're putting on him is driving him down that road. And I suppose the huge awareness for young people to be able to say no is absolutely massive in today's world, because of the peer pressure that young people are put under. And that comes down to confidence. Confidence young people have in themselves. I'm dealing with a young person, and he felt he wasn't able to say no because he would have been seen as odd. He would have been seen as not cool, not one of the gang, if he didn't drink. So therefore he felt that, albeit he's a hurler and he wants to succeed in hurling, he felt it was more important to be one of the gang so that people wouldn't bully him and abuse him for not drinking. I spoke to a lot of inter-county footballers and hurlers on the lead up to this talk, just to speak to them in relation to alcohol and what their thoughts are on it. And a lot of inter-county hurlers and footballers actually don't drink and have given up alcohol, no more than what Christy was alluding to, is because they want to get the best out of themselves on a performance level, and they know, and we'll hear from a nutrition side, of the impact of alcohol on your performance, on your body. And also the confidence side of it is absolutely massive. I think people need to be aware of where confidence comes from and how young people develop confidence in themselves, because that's a massive part of saying no to the likes of alcohol and the likes of gambling, if it's other people that are putting pressure on you. Confidence comes from coaches. Confidence comes from mentors, and people need to be aware of that. I think when a young person gets to a certain age, their mentors and their coaches in sport is absolutely massive to them. Certainly when they're younger, their parents have a huge impact on the way they think, but as they're getting older, when they get to 12, 13 years of age and onwards and upwards, it's their sports coaches, their sports mentors, and anyone, I suppose, that's in their life that's in a mentoring role to them. Also, the people we hang around with has a massive part to do with our confidence, and we need to be aware of that. Our friends, people that we go to school with, who are the type of people are we hanging around with? Because we become the people we hang around with. If we don't have a goal in life and we don't have a direction, we start helping other people to go with their goal and go with their direction, because they're the people that we're hanging around with and we want to help them too. So it's very important to have that goal in your life, and it'll give you confidence in yourself. Another place that confidence comes from is from your own experiences, and from experiences when you're young. I think it's massive to be a part of an association like the GAA, because it gives our young people an identity. It gives them a group. It gives them friends. It gives them absolutely massive communication skills, and it also helps them deal with emotions that, if they were out of the sporting environment, it would be very hard to deal with. We come up against obstacles every day, as people, young people and as adults, and sport, and certainly within the GAA, helps people to deal with them obstacles and how to channel that emotion in their football and hurling.
But bearing in mind, I suppose, that at a very basic level, the people who are looking after the teams are amateurs. They've no experience, no expertise whatsoever in identifying the problem, even in, beyond maybe being a parent themselves. They don't, 15-year-old fellas are hard to manage in any environment. So how do you find a balance between allowing them the freedom to grow up and experiment, which is what that age is all about, and being able to say, you shouldn't be doing that, without them suddenly rebelling against it and going down the route you don't plan on going down in the first place?
Yeah, exactly. I think you're 100% right. I think it's about allowing them to experiment. We can't wrap our kids in bubble wrap and keep them in a room. It's certainly nothing to do with that. But I think we need to give our young kids as much of an advantage as we possibly can when they're growing up, and being able to identify and give them the tools that's needed for them to make their own decisions. I mean, it has come to a stage that if parents say to their children, well, listen, you can't drink, they'd nearly almost rebel against you and do it for the sake of going out and proving you wrong and proving that they couldn't go ahead and do it. The culture we're living in today is absolutely massive with regards to alcohol. I only spoke to a girl the other day who got her leaving cert results. She went drinking for 4 days because she felt that was the cool thing to do and the right thing to do. I mean, we have to, I suppose, be able to, and as I said, it's the culture we're living in and it's the environment we're living in, being able to upskill our young people today with regards to it's not about what's right and wrong, but what's good for them, what they need, what's knowledge do they need. Like seminars like tonight, I think this is absolutely fantastic, and all the young people here to be aware of the likes of what Oisín is speaking about tonight, addiction and gambling, and how important it is to be aware of it.
Are there any statistics that suggest that there's a bigger problem now than for a 15-year-old boy and girl? I presume you're talking it's both?
Absolutely, yeah, both. It's both male and female, absolutely. I don't think there's stats to show that it's different in either.
But is there anything to suggest that it's a bigger problem now than it was 10 years ago?
I'm not aware of the stats, to be honest with you, Neil. I'm sure somebody can... You have the stats there, have you?
Well, a lot of the research in the area will be coming out of third level in America, colleges in America. And interestingly, involvement with a team sport does exposure to or playing in a team sport and being part of a team sport does lead to increased binge drinking. I think any of us who've been involved in a team could testify to that. Now, obviously, the benefits of being involved in a team in any sport are massive as well. If controlled, they outweigh any negative impacts. But like Karen was saying, it's just so important to be aware of that fact that there is that culture that follows on being part of the team, the celebrations, the commiserations, and especially in this country, I think we know more about it than anything. Almost everything is done in the pub. And we learn that at a very young age. We're christened to the pub, or we have a nomination involved. 18s, 24s, it rolls into a team situation, and it's inevitable that carries through, unfortunately, to the team situation.
Yeah. I mean, we stay with you, Colin, because I suppose one of the big things that everybody here knows and everybody is thinking in the back of their minds is that the GAA has a very long and well-established sponsorship arrangement with a major drinks company. And how do you square that circle between preaching the message of drink is bad for you and one of the major corporate sponsors is a drinks company?
Yeah, well, I suppose that's a very fair question. It's probably one that was on a lot of people's minds coming here tonight. GA has already taken a number of steps in the area by the formation of the ASAP programme, which has been up and running 5 years now. I've just taken over from Brendan Murphy, my former colleague. He's over here to the right of me, and Brendan has put in 5 years of tremendous work with the ASAP programme. It's a unique programme as far as the national governing body, sporting governing body is concerned in Ireland. There's nothing like it in the FAI, there's nothing like it in the IRFU, and it's an effort by the GA to directly engage with the issue of alcohol. Yes, they have Guinness as a major sponsor, but they took the move a number of years ago to dilute their keynote sponsors. Guinness is now one of 6 keynote sponsors across the hurling and football championships, and then it's different again for the league. So that again is a unique situation in terms of Irish sporting situation. The association made a submission to the Department of Health requested submission from all the sporting agencies and all various service agencies in and around the area of alcohol for a working group that made recommendations to the government. And the GA has acknowledged that while it is forbidden at governmental level, they will continue to accept sponsorship from a drinks company. They have, as I said, they've already moved to dilute it down. And once that move is made, and it probably will happen in this country during the next 10 years or so, that alcohol sponsorship of sporting events.